Hey, and welcome to Pillars of Eternity. We got quite the team going now, as you can see by our lineup. I'm actually going to start a little bit early, and I'm going to take a little bit of time here at the beginning just to kind of figure out kind of the spell system, at least with Alof here. There's an AI behavior thing too. Let's put him on damage. Yeah. Well, I wonder if that's going to use spells up quick. We'll see once we start adjusting things. But anyway, I'm going to take a little bit of time and try and figure out the Grimoire situation. Combat only, not in Grimoire. So it looks... I'm not sure how I actually set these Grimoire spells. It already knows it, sure. I guess how do I edit the Grimoires? How I'm concerned about. That just looks at individual spells. So it's going to take me a minute because I find it a little confusing. I know I had a tutorial at some point. Options, no. Game maybe? No. Maybe journal. Encyclopedia, lore tips. No. Queuing actions, I didn't know that was a thing. Shift putting a series of actions or waypoints adds them to an action queue that we carry out in order. Oh, that's good to know. Combat mechanics maybe? None of that? Nope. Character stats. I didn't think so. Deities, equipment maybe? Spell holding. As a spell holding property will automatically trigger the listed ability of your spell when the user of the item is crit in combat. Okay. Bunch of spell stuff. If there is a tutorial you can call up, I'm not sure where it is. Okay, well, maybe we'll just kind of take a peek and try and figure it out some more. Kind of like double click. Ah, there you go. Okay, so we can kind of do that. So his grimoire I can edit, but if I put someone else's grimoire on him, it didn't seem like he could really use it. Let's see. Okay, so I think I have to learn these. Yeah, alright, so he can't use these spells unless he learns them, I'm guessing. Yeah, it appears that way. Okay, that's fine. So to learn all these, so I could spend a good chunk of money getting him to learn spells, but I've got 5,000, so I think that's fine. Now, let's teach you like everything. Is it 100 copper per level? Yeah, it seems to be the case. So it'll start getting expensive the higher level we go, but this isn't so bad. So let's just go through and teach him everything from these books. I guess we can stash it. Alos Grimoire, he already knows all his. He might as well have it equipped. Yeah, we'll learn it. Yeah, this should lead to much less confusion in the future. So I guess I can kind of keep other people's grimoires and kind of use them for different situations. Like in the future I can kind of set up a book depending on what I need. I can do kind of a combat mage book. Lots of different kinds of things. That's when I've already learned everything. Yep. So it's the last one, I think. So we had just over 5,000 before we started this process. What are we sitting at now? How much money did we spend doing this? Like 2,000? That's a good chunk. But that is everything it looks like. Okay. So for now I'm going to stash all these except his. And then we've got a wide range of things we can learn from. I don't know why he's got some of this stuff. Yeah, we'll give him the hermit's hat. Make sure we stash a bunch of this. What have we got? Let's check you out real quick. We're going to do a little bit of inventory management too while we're here. Seems to be just like the one we got. Can I shift click? Yeah, I can. Find hunting bow is just worse. Yeah, warbow's not as good as the fine warbow. Get rid of these priest robes now. You want the lockpick, crossbow. I don't care about really any of this for him. That flail is one-handed. How's it compared to the regular weapon now? Same damage, converts grazes to hits, draining and fine. Yeah, I think the his current weapon's better. It's amazing, this little tiny dagger thing that's so good on him. Who's got kind of... I guess I could put you with the flail. Let's give you a flail. Why not? Don't want that Zarup spear. The rest of the stuff's kind of not so great, I don't think. Stock's two-handed. How's that compare to your current two-handed weapon? It's worse? Yeah, it's worse. What's fine do? Plus accuracy and damage? That's nice. When it's already counted into the stuff, though. Okay. So it's a little management here. What's this? A fine sword? Yeah, we don't care. Just got a fine dagger and a fine hatchet. Okay. Great. I've got lots of traps. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I never really used any of them. Alright, so that's pretty well... We need to still go into his grimoire and actually set stuff. It's completely empty right now. So we might as well learn all these, right? There's no reason not to. I set all those. Yeah, might as well keep them. So you got a fireball. Seems pretty standard, fireball-y. Don't need to look too much into that. Got crackling bolt. Straight line bounces off walls, harming anything in its path. Kalikoff's minor blights creates ball energy in the caster's hand that can be thrown at an enemy, causing burn, freezing, shroud, or shock to anyone caught in the area. Blights are continually replenished until the spell ends. Minetta's bounding missiles, so 3 missiles that pierce the target and leave 2 additional targets. So it's a better version of kind of his level 1 stuff. It's level 2. We tried to infuse Vitaliscence, increase the vitality, giving him a temporary increase to max endurance and health. But I'm not super fond of it, because he never really is in melee. We got the miasma of dull-mindedness. Cloud of heavy fog falls in the mind of those in the area of effect, on their senses of which inflicts penalties to perception, intellect, and resolve. It's not bad. Increases the chance of getting crit. So do these have like ranges? Yeah, range 10. So I guess it doesn't have a range. Caster becomes able to see an enemy. Oh, okay, so this counts as a caster, and the caster starts critting. I didn't understand that. Ray of Fire. Ray of Fire doesn't seem so bad. Particularly it seems like you can keep attacking. What kind of... Is there anything that kind of notifies that? Scorching Ray, inflicting continual burn damage to target anyone caught in the ray. That didn't seem bad. Creates a rebounding ball of fire, inflicting burn damage upon anyone in the path. What's the lance do? Creates a lance of necrotic energy, causing corrode damage instantly and over time. I mean, that's probably pretty good. It's a good little chunk of damage. Binding web. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm stuck inside. Yeah, so you can kind of, that might be really good in certain situations, so we'll keep it. Each way the target spirit, inflicting corrosive damage and converting the essence into endurance for the caster. Does it have a range on it? Pretty small. Magnetic caress. Target is paralyzed, inflicting the boiling pustules of fast-flowing liquid that erupt from their skin, sickening those nearby. That's real gross. That's real gross. And it seems like it's really hard to control for not hitting your friends, so I think we'll maybe pass on that for now. Creates shield on the caster, getting them bonus resistance to the elements. You know what? We'll keep this just in case we need to heal ourselves. It seems like it'd be a good thing. And then we'll put on Ray of Fire. Then here, it's not bad. We use these missiles all the time, so that's a good idea. Wizard Double might be good as well. Increase damage reduction and concentration bonus. Spirit Shield's really good. We might take that instead. The Grasp's not bad. Natural speed increases their movement rate. I can't see myself using that a ton. Cause a blindingly white icy fog into existence, inflicting blindness and freeze. Yeah, it seems like it could be really nice. Nearly piercing and hobbled on a target in the area of effect. Yeah, let's try that. Alright, so we switched out his spells. Got it figured out. Wasn't too bad. Just, I was a little lost for a second. Got a ring. What's it do? Grants Suppress Affliction. Hostile effect suspended over 5 seconds. Interesting. I'll put that on him. Why not? Got a lot of spell things in the book. What have you got? You got Mail, which is medium. This is also medium. Alos leather armor. This is Overseeing. What's that do? Got a bigger area of effect. That's right. Pierce per second chance. Second chance on that is really nice. Burn proofed. Light armor is just fine. Fine mail armor. What's everyone got here? Fine brigandine. Fine hide armor. Yeah, I guess everyone's loadout's pretty okay. Second chance is really nice. Give up 3 damage reduction for it. I don't know how important damage reduction is. Yeah, all these abilities are really nice. I don't know. Kind of want to give it up. Can we craft things? Craft food and potions. Can make some beef loaf. Let's craft some beef loaf. Why not? So that's all that we can make. We're out of meat. Didn't really use a ton of potions. Yes, I think we probably don't care too much about it. Iron skin seems like that could be really good. Yeah, let's go with some. Let's do some iron skin. Craft all those we can. Endurance seems pretty good too. Let's go with a couple with one of those. Yeah, and we'll craft some vital essence potions too, so we have them. Got the little alchemist achievement there. Could make some fireball scrolls. We could make 1 fireball scroll. Let's do it. Let's make some rolling flame. A couple of those. Okay. I don't really care too much about anything else. Yeah, we'll close that. We're done crafting, I guess. How do you add enchantment to weapons and stuff? This has more room for enchantment. Oh, enchant there. Quality. Not enough money to add exceptional. Really? How do we spend so much money? Oh, crafting, I bet. I bet all that crafting used up stuff, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Oops. But let's see just in case. I want to know. So if we did exceptional, one of the stuff for it, we would need a Vithrak brain and a sapphire. Requires level 8 and 4 hammers. Oh, it takes 4 slots. I get it now. Okay. We could add enchantment to it. Constitution, dexterity, intellect, or resolve. What's proofing do? We can't afford it. We can't do any of it. It requires level 6 for any proofing, so we can't do that. Well, I guess we could go ahead and make it, let's see, what all the stats do again? It's so complicated. All the stats do something that's slightly different. It's not necessarily normal. Damaging, get bonus from might. How about just give a little readout for endurance? It doesn't tell me, does it? Character. Constitution gives endurance, health, and fortitude. So Constitution seems to be the best for a tank, which makes sense. Oh, let's go back. So here, let's enchant this with some Constitution. Great. Can anything else be enchanted? No. No. Fine. How about your sword? You can. It doesn't have a lot of slots, too. Secondary damage. We could do Burning Lash. Could add burn damage to it. That's pretty cool. Could make it fine, which would be really nice. Let's go ahead and do that. Slaying, so we can make it slay certain types of animals or, creatures. I'm not really too worried about that right now. We can add burning damage to it. Let's go for it. There's a lot of stuff you can do to things that I didn't really pay too much attention to. We can enchant the shield. We're out of Pilgrim's Crown. So we won't be doing that. Can we enchant the bow at all? We can, but we don't have the stuff to do it, unfortunately. Secondary damage, anything? No, we're out. Slaying, we could add slaying to it, but not really have anything I want to slay right now. So we seem to be mostly out of materials to do any bonuses to. So yeah, I think we'll be fine. I'm not really interested in enchanting much on our hunter because we're probably going to ditch her as soon as we find like any other character. Just because, we've already got a hunter as our main character. Tigerbuck's a hunter. And then the last thing we want to do is your chance. How do we do that? How do I mess with your chance? Do I just go on your character screen here? Oh, that didn't do it. So how do I edit those? Edit chance. There you go. March of the Coma. All right. Bodin's allies giving a bonus to fortitude and will. This is increases the movement rate and reflex of all allies. So how do I guess that, okay, so that will make the range attacks better. Drains the portion of endurance for all enemies. So we can go to B now. We don't know a ton of phrases. Alright. So let's do that. Come soft winds of death. Drain their endurance. Shoot them with arrows. I guess that's fine, huh? Yeah, we got kind of a boost to our defenses and a weakening to them. That seems good. As our effects. Can I change your spells at all? How do your spells work? You don't have a grimoire or anything for spells. You don't either. You just kind of have spells, I believe. We burned through a lot of money doing stuff. That's fine. We're kind of sitting on tons of money, not really sure what to do with it. Let's see here. You can edit charms or edit chants. I don't see a place to edit spells though, so I don't know if you can. What about you? You just kind of have a bunch of spells. What's your new stuff? I'll read through it real quick before I really get into the meat. Creates a larger zone of divine shelter, granting allies a bonus to all defenses. That's nice. Knocking doubt in the face of unbreakable faith consumes enemies in the area of effect, lowering their melee accuracy and critical hit range. Okay, that seems good as well. So if we're going up against really strong melee enemies, this is a good thing to use. Got Dire Blessing, shrinks an allies resolves in battle, increasing the probability they'll land a crit. That's not bad at all. I used the Pillar of Faith before. It was a little ridiculous and didn't seem to be that great, actually. Can knock them prone. Okay. That's, I guess, the big thing. I don't think it did the last time I used it, but prayer against restraint. Frees allies in the area of effect from perceived constraints. Granting them immunity to the hobbled and stuck afflictions. It seems like it could be useful. Shares a portion of the caster's divine strength, restoring a moderate amount of endurance to all allies. Okay. Warding seal generates a magical seal that explodes in a burst of electrical energy when an enemy comes into contact, inflicting shock damage. So it makes a little trap for enemies. That seems really nice. And Watchful Presence. Blesses allies with an aid of a sympathetic soul, releasing a healing effect when their endurance is low. That seems nice. Okay. Alright. So I think we're good. I think we're going to move on to the main chunk of game now.
Aye?